What is up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. So in the last video I was installing the 30mm axle spacers and the front was starting to get a little bit jealous, and you can see this big old space here. So I had to find some way to resolve this, and you obviously can't get axle spacers for the front. Well, I don't think you can, but you can get these bad boys. So how many people can do that on their rear tyre? But yeah, we've got 2 more wheel spacers. I was just having a prat around, but basically there's going to be 25mm added onto the front of each side, and hopefully it helps to push the front wheel out and hopefully doesn't touch the arch. But yeah, I'm just going to take these off, and other than that, that's going to be quite short to do and quite easy because you literally unbolting 4 bolts and bolting them back up, so anyone can do that. And the next step I need to do is when I put the rear axle spacers on, the handbrake went stupidly tight because obviously you've had to pull the wire. So what I'm going to do is just unbolt that 10mm there and loosen it up a little bit. Also, probably won't show that because that's a piece of piss. I need to sort out the horn. The battery is dead, so I can't actually do anything at the moment. But I'm going to try and wire this up properly and hopefully show you guys how I've done it. And if not, it is literally just soldering a blue and a black wire together. And then hopefully sort out the seat belts as well, because I've got all the parts that I need to do for that. But yeah, just gonna go with the flow. Might not fit it all in one video because it might be a bit long and a bit tedious. But yeah, we'll see what we can do for now. So these are 25mm hub-centric wheel spacers from M-Tech, something like that. Just an eBay store. If you want a reason to collect nectar points, I brought these with nectar points. I think it cost like 50 something pounds, so you can't actually complain for something I was gonna have to spend real money on anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna take these off and then we're gonna test fit them on the front. So there we go, just to keep you guys in. So the wheel spacer is kind of on. I do need to tighten it up, but I do think I'm gonna have one issue, which is because they are extended lugs on the front, I don't know if there's gonna be enough room behind the wheel to fit them in, but only times can tell. So if worse comes to worse, hopefully just chop them off and then re-thread them, but we're about to find out. So yeah, my assumption was right. We can see how much it isn't going to go on because of. I'm just gonna bolt it up because I'm all fun just for pissing around today, just see what it looks like, see what it could look like possibly, because I've got a couple of solutions. I can go and buy the push-on spacers for the studs, hopefully just to make up for the distance which I'm losing from the wheel, or I will have to, like I just said, cut the lug off or cut it down shorter, or I might have to go back to the old original one, the ones that came with the car. Let me just get this on. But yeah, I still want to see what it looks like anyway. But yeah, look at that. So that is probably, say about 10mm, 10-15mm of spacer worth either getting rid of via studs or adding additional spacers. But I'm just going to lower it down and we'll just see how it goes. This is a very unplanned day, so just go with the flow. Okay, let's put you guys down. And there we go, guys. So we have the 25mm wheel spacers on, and as you can see, we are currently out probably about 10-15mm, which we need to either add with an additional spacer, like a push-on one just to fill the gap in, or we need to cut off from the extended studs from the hub. I don't really want to buy a new spacer, and I don't really want to get rid of the hub. I'll change the hub, but I think I will have to cut down the studs because that's going to be the most logical route. But yeah, as you can see, look at that fitment. It's a shame having wheels underneath, out protruding out of the arch is illegal in England. Fuck the police. But yeah, you can hear the rubbing. It will roll, but you can hear the rubbing on the inside of here, which is a shame, man, because it looks good, man. Look at it. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys with what I'm gonna do. Then, so as this really wasn't going to plan, obviously because of the extended lugs, I'm gonna go for the cheap and easy and free route. Yeah, so not even cheap, just free. So I'm just gonna take the angle grinder to the stud just to make sure that everything's the same. I'm gonna take the spacer, I'm gonna put it against the hub all the way around the outside, and you can kind of measure up how much thread's gonna have to cut off here to make sure that everything fits flush. So yeah, I've wrapped these up in masking tape just so that I can use the pencil just to make a marking. And the main reason that I've got these on here is not to hold the disc in or anything, but basically when I cut these studs off and if there's any like distortion in the thread, hopefully if I cut it down, file it off, and then use the bolt to get it off, then hopefully it might re-thread itself and sort itself out. So yeah, let's just go savage on my lug nuts and see how this goes. Masking tape on fire, no problem. Beautiful. So there we go, so that's a good sign, so I can get the bolt straight on and straight off, which shows that there's been no distortion within the thread. So happy days. So that's one down, and let's just smash through the other three. Right, so happy days, all of the threads and everything are cut down. Some are probably a mil or so longer than the rest, which it doesn't really matter as long as all of the thread is stuck to the bolt. I don't really care. It's not really for aesthetic purposes really. But there we go, let's put this on. And fingers crossed that I've cut off enough. So yeah, we go, speaks for itself. Last time we was poking out probably about there, and then we're underneath the actual things now. So let's just put a few on just to see how it's looking. Look at that. Cut it off and put it right on. There we go. So there are some threads that are longer than others, but over and all, everything should be fine. Everything's below the surface of the spacer. So I think it's time to put the wheel on and see what the fitment was saying. Hooray. Alrighty then, so the wheel is on, everything's bolted back down, we are still jacked up in the air. A good thing about me having to cut down these extended lugs is, prior to this, the studs were pointing out like 50 foot, but now that I've cut them down, I will be able to put the hub cover back on, so hopefully everything looks a bit clean and I'll stop getting rusty bolts. But yeah, we're still in the air, let's drop this down and see what the fitment's saying. Let's do this nice and slow. Oh, that wasn't slow. But oi, okay. It's not what I was expecting. I think we are quite rightly still under it. I don't think we're rubbing, no. Let me just see if I can roll it. I can't hear anything. Yeah, I don't think we're rolling. I think the only problem that I'm gonna have with this now is I'm going to have to lose about 8 stone, otherwise we're gonna be rubbing all the time. Let me just sit on the front. Yeah. So yeah, this isn't actually functional. It looks good, and it does look good, but yeah, it's not functional. I'm gonna do the other side. Gonna get the keys out just so I can raise it up a little bit. But yeah, man, that looks good. Oh. Oh. And there we go then, guys. So the spacers are on, everything's looking fine. I have raised the car up about 2 centimeters on this side and probably about 1.5 centimeters on this side, mainly just to counter for weight and things like that. But if I do ever take things seriously, then it would make sense going to get the car balanced. So the next step is I'm going for lunch because I've not eaten yet. And then when I come back, I'm gonna try and sort out this little mess. I'm gonna go take it all out and solder it all up. And hopefully, this button will make honking noises. Alright then guys, so you catch me back at my desk. I've got the OMP steering bus off, so it's easier to work on. I can show you guys a lot better. Just have to unplug it, which is actually a piece of piss. So the 2 wires we don't have to use today are the yellows. They are for the airbag. If you've ever got any problems with your airbag and you want to learn how to turn the airbag light off, just watch my video on the aftermarket steering wheel. So the wires we're concentrating on today are the blue and the blacks. The blue one is your power, and then the blacks are grounds. On the standard harness there are 2 grounds, but you only actually need to use 1. So my plan is I'm going to cut this black one off just before the connector, solder up a nice bit of black wire, and then the plan for that is I'm going to run it through the bus, the rubber grommet that goes around the outside. I'm going to run the wire through there, and then with this very race car thing, we'll paint it back black or something. I'm just doing this just because I haven't got the paint at the moment. But anyway, I'm going to be using the right one. I'm going to be soldering the connectors onto the back of there, and then hopefully when we plug it in and plug the battery back on, we should have a horn, and we need a horn to pass an MOT. And the insurance for the car actually starts this week, depending on when you guys actually see this video. So yeah, I just want to get on it as soon as possible. The main reason that I'm using the right one for the horn and the left one for something else is because I've got this bugger. This is a OMX rev limiter with launch control. Any Ford owners already know this. It's that thing that makes you go pop, 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 pop. But anyway, back to this. See, I don't actually own a lighter because I don't smoke, so blowtorch it is. Alright then, let's pull that back. I'm going to start soldering up. If you don't own a soldering iron, I think just make sure everything's tied really tight, and then just use a bit of heat shrink, should be fine. So it's not really an area that's under much stress, so. No, trust me, this works on black people, so it'll work for your white skin. Alright guys, sorry for the interruption. I was just having an important phone call, but we're almost done. I've just soldered up the connections very roughly. I've not really soldered since we used to do design technology in secondary school, so it's rough, but the connections will hold, hopefully. And if not, we know how to change it. But yeah, there we go, everything is all on and looking mediocre. My main concern was making sure that none of the solder's touching the other side, so I put a bit of heat shrink over the top of it, which when I've just finished this, I'm just gonna put that over there just so that there's no like grounding issues or anything. So sorted. If you're ever interested in getting a budget soldering iron, this is absolutely sick. I watched one of Jimmy Oaks' videos and I just saw him using one, and I never actually heard of a butane soldering iron, so thumbs up from me. So anyway, I think that is almost done. Time to get the blowtorch out once again, just to get everything, all the heat shrink done. So hopefully it fits over my hench solders. There we go. Oh, check me out. There we go, and the other one. There we go. Happy days. Let's get the torch on. I should have really invested in a lighter. Just send it. Okay then, it's time to go and connect this up. That isn't Ray's car then, I don't know what is, mate. Well then guys, I had a bit of an issue with the battery died, so I would just put it on charge for an hour. But everything should be working fine now. So, moment of truth. Keys in, this isn't actually necessary, but I'm doing it anyway. And then 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Anyway guys, my camera's about to die. I was gonna show you how I did the seating harnesses, which it's a piece of piss basically. I'm just gonna use these mounts. I'm gonna use this bit of steel, cut a hole through there, put the bolt on the bottom, drill straight through the chassis of the car, bolt it from the bottom, use this as like a bit of leverage, like a washer on the bottom of the car, and then that's literally, it's probably not gonna make more than a 5-minute video. So just to end this video off, the car's pretty much all ready now, so I thought I'd give it a bit of a rev for you guys. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Alright then guys, if I helped you in any way, shape or form, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.